now listening to Unapologetic, the podcast, with your hosts, Chels, Dre, and Reg, discussing any and everything unfiltered.
What's good, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Unapologetic, the podcast, with your two hosts, Dre and Reg. We have a guest with us, the lovely Miss Nisha. How are you, ma'am?
That's good.
Nothing much. How y'all doing today?
What was yours?
Pretty good.
You're a lady. Your lady, as always.
Ready to get this weekend started. To sit on the couch and watch Netflix.
Right into the new year, bringing Netflix in.
So what's y'all plans?
What is our plans?
Our plans. Well, still up in the air, possibly, going out, hitting the street a little bit, not doing too much, partying with some friends, some local friends, man, and bringing in this new year with some fun, a couple of, but possible to go out tomorrow night, have a couple of drinks, man, bring in the new year with some friends, just rock out, man, celebrate life. In preparation for 21, man, because it's got to get better than 20.
Right.
It really does.
I say ditto to what he said. Those are absolutely my plans. I'm just be safe, do something, different than what we've been doing the last couple months, which is staying in the house, and being around good people and just having a good time for the time being, we made it through this year. So that's something good in itself, because a lot of people cannot say that. And that's more than normal because of all the circumstances and everything that's been going on this year. So,
right.
Man, it's, but we here. We are here. 2021. Have what? A day left? 1 day?
A day left, man.
Just think about all the stuff that's happened, man. All the people we lost, everything that's went down. Like, wow, like
rough. It's been real.
So all with that too, there's a lot of good things I can say that's happened. A lot of things that I've actually took the time just to do, because I had so much time not to do anything else. You know what I'm saying? So it has been, for what it's worth, it has been bad. But there are some things I can point to that just like everything.
I seen a Facebook post about people were saying that, let's talk about and let's focus on all the good things that have came out of 2020, because it's been such chaos. A lot of, I see a lot of people have discovered, them trying to get their bag, as far as like starting businesses. Some people, discovered their self. Yeah. I discovered that I like being by myself. Like, the social distancing has not affected me at all.
Yeah.
The only thing that's bothering me is that, I probably would have loved to have done a couple of a vacation or two this year, but I found out that I've also realized there's a lot of dumbass people on my timeline.
Say it ain't so.
Yeah, I just looking at their posts and I'm like,
breaking news.
Did you really say that? That's how you think? But
that is a one good thing and a bad thing, because it does seem like now we have a little too much time to pay attention to some dumb stuff that we was never even paying attention to before.
Yeah.
And I think going back to finding out about yourself and get to a bag and look at what we've accomplished. The birth of Unapologetic, man. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
That's true. Absolutely.
For that, shout out to 2020 on that note.
Yeah, I really say, I am glad that you guys decided to ask me to be on the show today. I really appreciate it. I'm very argumentative, very talkative. Reggie can vouch for that. But thanks to Reggie, I met a Sobe, and picked up a hobby, making soaps and candles this year. Not out for business yet, but I met a chick that stayed way across the world in Germany, you know, just off of connecting off of an interest, something that I figured out that I like to do. And
listen, we're not gonna have you come up here and start plugging your business yet.
Wait. You the soul lady? You the soul lady?
No. She's not the soul lady.
Oh.
Nah, not
I
yet.
don't even have I don't even have a name yet. I just been like issuing out samples here and there, you know, trying to perfect my craft. So.
Good. No, but you're doing too much thinking. You know how we overthink, Dre? And instead of just doing it, sometimes you just gotta do it. You gotta do it.
Going back to the pod, bro. I remember when we first started the pod, dog. When I walked in the house, with flip-flops and a dirty t-shirt. Had no idea we were about to record. Had no idea.
Dirty t-shirt.
I thought we were getting ready to, yeah, I'm telling you. I thought we were getting ready to brainstorm about what we were talking about. I come in, camera set up, cups on the table, 3 seats, and we rocking. And now we here. Seriously.
It's a good thing though. I like it.
So, interesting thing about Nisha, Dre.
Okay.
She has taken the COVID shot with a COVID vaccine. Talk to us about that.
Please.
So I got my shot last week.
So what was the thought process about you going? Well, you talking yourself into doing it or going into getting it?
So y'all ain't gonna tell no lie. I talked cash money shit about that vaccine like before I got it. Like maybe up to 2 weeks before I got it. I was like, hell no, I ain't taking this vaccine. I done worked with all these COVID patients all year, haven't got COVID. I'm not taking it. Nah. So they presented, you know, of course I work for the Army. They presented us the facts and was just like, hey, this is what it is. You know, nothing about this is scary. And they sent in like virologists. They sent in like people that work for the CDC. And I pretty much I'm sorry, I drank the Kool-Aid. I was sold. I was like, okay. And what sold me on was this. We work with 82nd Airborne, Special Ops, you know, y'all the first to deploy, whatever. If the government felt secure enough to give active duty soldiers the vaccine, why should my scary ass not take it? Because they're not going to kill them off. Because if they kill active duty off, who's going to fight the wars? Not them little dummies I see on Facebook I be arguing with. So I was sold on it. And then all the doctors I work with was like, yeah, we're taking this vaccine. Like, don't believe the hype. And then I've seen a lot of people talk about Bell's palsy. I just want to say this. I've seen some of the dumbest stuff on Facebook about side effects. Yes, we do not know a lot of the long-term effects from this vaccine, but science says we know what type of side effects you normally would get with any vaccine. Right. So a lot of people are complaining, oh, I'm not taking it because you might get Bell's palsy. I had Bell's palsy 10 years ago, and I got it from being exposed to somebody that has shingles. Wow. Like, you can get Bell's palsy from coming in contact with anyone that has herpes, HPV. Wow. If you get like the chickenpox vaccine, any type of stress to your body, pregnancy or whatever, can cause Bell's palsy. But people don't know that. Bell's palsy's been here for years, and neurologists still don't exactly know what causes it. All they know is that it's your body's response to some type of stress or being exposed to some type of virus.
Okay, did not know that.
So when I see all these little stupid posts, I'm like, that's not true.
So that's what is that what the streets are saying? The streets are saying that the biggest side effect is Bell's palsy?
Yeah, so that's the only thing that can circulate right now, because we don't know of any other side effects that no one has reported. Besides, I had a sore arm, but I get that anyways when I get the flu shot. Right. I didn't get a fever. I mean, it is common that you may get the fever. I seen something the other day that said a doctor tested positive 8 days after taking the COVID vaccine. Who the fuck? Like, he could have been exposed to COVID just from patient to patient contact or anybody at Walmart. That don't mean he got it from the vaccine.
We're gonna get into that because I do have questions on that. But so are you telling me that we're not pin cushions or test dummies then? That's the way they broke it down to y'all, far as in them giving the shot to soldiers.
So
and
the FDA doesn't approve a lot of things. They really don't. But it is a lot of harmful shit that we eat, ingest, use skincare products that the FDA has approved that they banned in other countries. But the first thing people want to holler is the FDA hasn't even approved it. So why would you take it? I feel like this. I'm not here to convince anybody to take that vaccine, but I trust that. And then, here's the other thing. People want to say, oh, well, they developed it in this short period of time. No, like, they have been working on this vaccine similar to this, the mRNA process. They've been working on that for years. And when was the last time they had to create a vaccine for anything? You know what I'm saying? Like, are you telling me that science and man hasn't made any recent developments within the past 5 years? I mean, look how fast they developed what is it? HN1? What is the
H1N1?
Yeah, H1. Yeah, I'm getting messed up here. Anyways, that one, they created that one like in a very, very short period of time.
Right.
So I'm on the fence. Actually, I'm not on the fence. I'm still a no man right now. I don't know. There's questions I have as far as, and there's probably nothing that we know for sure right now. Like I said, is this something that you're gonna have to do yearly? Is it gonna be like the flu shot? Is it gonna be another edition that we have to take every year? Am I still gonna get COVID even if I take this shot?
That's the magic question. That's the $1 million.
And it is. But here's the thing: when you take the flu shot, as a matter of fact, from the numbers that they have said, the COVID vaccine is like 90 to 95% effective towards fighting COVID. The flu vaccine is only like anywhere from like 40 to 70%.
So about the flu shot, I honestly can't say that I would take the flu shot if it wasn't mandatory for me. Yeah. I don't know if I would or not, honestly.
So true fact, I didn't used to take, as long as I've been a nurse, I'm not gonna tell you how long I've been a nurse. So I've been a nurse a long time. And I never used to take the flu shot. I was just like, nope, it changes every year. And the flu shot that you're giving me is for the flu shot that was from the year before last. I'm not taking it. I just didn't believe in it. I've had the flu twice in my life and I felt like death.
Yeah.
Like I thought I was gonna fucking die.
Yeah, I've had flu before.
Yeah. So after that, the doctor was like, you need to take the flu shot. Because if you get the flu, the next time it won't be so bad. Like, I was hospitalized for one flu that I had. So I was like, all right. And ever since then, I've been taking the flu shot, and I haven't got the flu ever since I've been taking the flu shot. And I've been taking it now 5 years straight.
Okay.
So,
Dre, how you feel about this COVID vaccine?
Listen, man, right now, it's a no for me. And I think it's a no for me only because of, based on what we do, man. We have the flu shot, we've had anthrax shots, we've had smallpox shots, and typhoid, stuff like that. So I'm not made of glass. I don't know what the hell's going on in my body. On top of, on top of what I got going on now with the type of medication that I've been taking and for high blood pressure and whatnot. So I want to get that under control first, get that down packed first, let my body get used to that before I put something else in it. You know what I'm saying? However, I do feel like at some point that I am going to take it because now they're talking about this new strand and all this stuff, and this shit's getting scarier, man. So I'd rather protect my neck, man. You know what I'm saying? The best way I can. I'm gonna do it at some point, but right now I'm cool on it.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. It ain't mandatory yet.
You guys know if I grow a tail or some magical powers.
Yeah, if you do so, let us know. Let us know. It ain't
As a matter of fact, I take my second vaccine to the shot. I mean to the COVID vaccine on the 6th.
Hold on.
And they said that one's supposed to be, I should experience more side effects than the first
second vaccine.
Yeah. So it's a 2-part series. You took one and then you have to turn around and take the other one like within 2 weeks later. So I'm kind of nervous because now I'm like, I hope I don't get no side effects from the second one because I didn't have any with the first one.
But you just said the second one is the one where you're supposed to have the most side effects?
Yeah, so the way they explained it to us is that it's because it's like this. Okay, the first one, they introduced your body to friendly fire. All right, my body was like, pa, 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 fight it off.
Right.
The second time you get the vaccine, it's like, hey, we back again, we about to beat your ass. And it's your body is like, okay, we got to fight again.
That's so motherfucking scary, yo.
Right, so the second
I don't want to take it anymore.
Your body is like, dang, I got beat up. Like, no, Dre, I'm just trying to explain it in simple terms.
Yeah, I'm good on that one.
So I'll let you know how I go next week.
Please do.
Enough of this COVID talk. Did anybody get their stimulus yet?
No.
Check this morning, no motherfucking stimulus.
No money.
No stimulus. I didn't know what everybody was talking about. I didn't know we were supposed to be getting stimulus this early. I'm like, what is everybody talking about? But people showing screenshots of their account and everything. I'm like, I guess it's real.
And USAA and maybe federal. So I was hoping that somebody deposit some coins early.
Me too. Now, the first one that came through, it came to when I got word of the stimulus check, like 2 days later, it hit my account. Mm-hmm. Like it was pretty fast, the first one. This go around, I don't know. I will say that I found that it tickled me that the Senate decided to block the $2,000. That's funny to me. It's not surprising, but it's funny.
Definitely not.
It's very funny. It's like, damn, man. So somewhere in your sick, twisted head, you think that people are better off to what they were 4 or 5 months ago, so you're gonna cut it in half. Right. But you've taken away more. But you've taken away more resources since.
Make that make sense. Make that make sense to me.
Okay. All right. Yeah. All right.
I don't know. It's unexpected money. I want it. If it's due to me, I want it. I had no like I wasn't even checking for it like that. But when you wake up and throughout the day you're looking on social media and that's the big talk, and I'm like, listen, I want my 600 too.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you, but I did see that Diddy was canceling his New Year's Eve party. And he was like instead giving out gift cards and money to people in Miami.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, why Miami?
In Overtown. Yeah, in Overtown.
Overtown, because if you've been Overtown, but that's their population now. That's where they stay. He stay on Star Island.
Okay.
But
makes sense.
Bunch of homeless people. So as soon as if y'all been to Miami, y'all know. So shoot,
yeah,
right around the Heat where the Miami Heat play is.
Yeah,
it's 2 blocks over, you in the hood.
Rough.
Yeah.
Mm. Yeah, and Beyonce, she actually was paying people's rent or something like that too. I seen that.
I need to hit her up. I need my rent paid.
Yeah, holler at me, B.
Actually, she ain't got to pay my whole rent. She can do half.
I was thinking, honestly and truthfully, like a lot of these rich stars that people look up to could do a whole lot more than what they be doing. Like that's a tax write-off.
Yeah, but you know, you can't tell me what to do with my money.
Right. And also too, some of them don't want the kudos though. Some of them don't want the accolades.
Yeah.
It's
Actually,
somebody.
some of them, a lot of them probably do a lot more than what we think, and they just
That's
don't.
what I'm saying. That's why I'm getting that.
Yeah. Because
That's true. Very, very true.
Everybody was saying Jordan don't do this, Jordan don't do that. Jordan been taking care of Charlotte for a while.
Hey, Jordan took care of Wilmington earlier this year. Big majorly. Took care of Wilmington. So
Nisha, I got a question for you. Have you been, or how do you feel about men that are uncomfortable or intimidated by women that I guess are more successful or make more than them? Have you ever had to deal with that? Because I know a lot of women that say they do. You know, a guy would be like, I can't really I don't think I'm your type because I guess or whatever else because she makes more than him or whatever else. I don't know why men would be intimidated by that, but I'm pretty sure there are plenty of them.
So I actually dated a guy that he didn't have like a stable job. He he laid bricks. You know, he wasn't clocking in, you know, wasn't getting taxes and all that. He made okay, but I think it was still less than what I made. And that boy tried. He really did try, you know. But as far as us maybe like taking it a step further, moving in together and stuff like that, I would have been the breadwinner. And it wasn't any, I don't personally think it's anything wrong with that. The problem that I had with him was mentally, me and him just were not there. Not at all. We weren't on the same level.
Do you think that's because he may have been intimidated by you making more than him? Or he was just
could have been
general?
Okay, so I felt as though his hustle wasn't there. You know what I'm saying? Like he was content with where he was at. And he didn't have like that mentality of being like an alpha man, pretty much. I feel that most men that are alpha men are going to be out here trying to make sure that they out here handling their business. And I do feel like most alpha men probably are intimidated or either choose not to be with a woman that makes more money than them.
I disagree with that.
I definitely disagree.
You think so?
I disagree with that.
Okay, tell me.
Because I don't know. You want to drink?
No, man. I'll say what I gotta say afterwards. It's cool.
I think for an alpha man, I think he's gonna be comfortable. So an alpha male, I think, is comfortable in any environment. Whether you put him in, a room with a full of hustlers. Either he's gonna bullshit his way into the group, or he's gonna stand out just because of who he is, his personality. All right, so with I guess a woman that may make more. Let's use me as alpha male for example. If I'm with a woman that makes more than me, it's not gonna bother me. But I'm still gonna let you know, hey, look, I'm the man. I am a man. I'm gonna be treated as such. Whether that means, okay, we're gonna do this or we're gonna do that or whatever else. It ain't your show. Just because you make the money, you're not running the show. We can run the show together.
Yes, sir.
If you don't want to run the show, then I will run the show for us, you know, with help from you. But no, it ain't, you know, your show in particular. And I'm not intimidated by what you do or what you bring in. I'm not going to bow down to you just because you make more money than me. But I wouldn't expect her to bow down to me either, just because I make more money than her.
So do you think that a female that's very dominant, an alpha female, can make it with the alpha male?
I think they'll butt heads a lot. So I think a lot of I don't know. Go ahead, Dre.
Go ahead, Dre.
Well, I think when it comes down to it, well, it's a fact. I mean, it's known that some men are out here that they are intimidated by a woman that makes more than them. Why? I have no idea. I look at it as I think I'm the direct opposite of the fellow that you said you dealt with, Nisha, in the fact that I'm never content. I'm always trying to look for a new way to get some money. And more than anything, you should look at it from a standpoint of, well, my woman did what she did to get here. She took steps to get to where she is. She's successful for a reason. So I need to do what I need to do in my own way. It might not be her recipe, it might not be my recipe, but I need to come up with a motherfucking recipe and get in the kitchen and get the cooking so I can get to where I need to be and to be better. As far as the second comment for alpha males and alpha females, definitely going to butt heads, and I'm talking from experience, definitely going to butt heads. It's definitely tough. It's tough from a standpoint of, that alpha woman, the alpha woman, alpha female, whatever you want to call her, is that 9 times out of 10 for somebody like me who's an alpha male, also, that's what attracts me to, said woman. You know what I mean? So it's like, damn, she got it going on. She do this. She's a game changer. She's a hard driver. You know what I'm saying? Sticks out ahead of the pack. But when it crosses over into my realm, or I cross over into her realm, us both want to lead the pack. That's where the button of the heads come in. That's where, if you're not careful, it could go from pretty to ugly to toxic to non-existent. So that's tough.
So So the reason why I said that is I think sometimes maybe you have to look at, what are you considering an alpha female and an alpha male? And to me, I look at an alpha female as one that has, pretty much is independent, has a very strong personality, sometimes even in their, in her circle of friends, an alpha female can be a bossy friend. Like, you like to micromanage your friends' lives. So you're going to do that with your man's life and his family situation. So when you said that you bump heads, I agree with that totally, because sometimes as a female and you're an alpha female, you got to learn how to bow, not necessarily bow down, but you got to tone it down. You need to, stay in your lane and even learn how to be a little submissive to your man. That's a hard thing to do for most alpha females. So everybody always wants, I want a man, my king to do this and do that and do this, but you don't, do you really?
Well,
do you?
So do you think that's an issue for a lot of alpha women or just women in general that's being submissive?
So I'm not going to say all women, no, because I think that in society, we have gotten, so used to this being independent, and then we're told, no, we don't need to be independent. We need to be spoiled. You need for your man to take care of you like a true queen and blah, 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 blah. So with that being said, everybody, me and you have had this discussion before, everybody want to be a wife, but everybody don't know how to be a wife. You don't really know what it takes to be a true wife. Being a wife, sometimes like, hey, you got to be, my mother always told me you got to learn how to pick and choose your battles. So you got to learn, you got to learn how to shut up sometime. Don't no man want no mouthy woman. You got to learn how to get his peace. And if you can't have peace at home, where can he have peace at? At his side house. That's where he gonna find peace at.
Where you gonna find it at? What you say?
At his side piece house.
Ouch. You find peace at the side piece house? Oh man.
That's right.
Unapologetic Nation is not going to like that.
It is what it is. I was married before. I was married for 10 years. I know. I done been
they're not
all
going
these
to be
people.
fond of that comment.
Oh,
I'm not ashamed. I have been a girlfriend. I done been a wife. I done been a side piece before. So I done played all these roles. And I know. I know. I was the piece for a married man that won't get no peace at his house.
Mm.
And I also was the wife.
Oh,
I was that alpha wife.
So you was Barbara and Shirley. You was Barbara and Shirley.
I was Barbara and Shirley.
Oh man.
I surely was.
Okay then.
Sure.
Daily podcast.
All day.
Nisha said it.
All day. Oh my God. Well,
I like that.
I do.
Loosen up the tie, man. I like that. I like that.
That's not gonna be a popular take.
I mean, it is what it is. I'm saying.
But you know, a lot of women
I'm
will not admit to
being
that.
truthful.
So here is something that I was talking to someone about the other day, and it was in reference to a lot of women saying there's not any good men out here. All the good men are taken. Where can you find the good men? Blah 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 blah. Whatever else. But said woman that was saying this, and the other woman that she was talking to, I've known them throughout my whole career in the military, and I have known them to, when they were like single, not really mess with nobody, to only mess with married men, because they would say that married men don't get attached,
no attachment,
this and that, whatever else, blah 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 blah. So in a sense, I'm thinking to myself, well, maybe the shit that's going on with you right now, to why you can't find a good man and you don't think there's good men out here, maybe it's damn karma coming back on your ass for fucking up somebody else's household or messing with your homegirl's husband that you cool with, that you on Facebook telling, hey sis, I love you, how you doing, I miss you, oh y'all look good, but you sleeping with her husband on the side, and that's supposed to be your own girl.
Guess what? One thing about that bitch Karma, she don't got no standards, but we'll talk about that in a minute.
She sure don't. She
don't got no standards.
No, she don't.
But anywho, we'll get to that in a few moments.
So yeah, right.
All I'm gonna say is I'm not ashamed of my past. I have learned from it.
Yeah.
I'm not proud of it, you know, but I have been in, you know, as you grow older, you know, you should learn from every relationship that you have been in.
Facto.
And you know what I'm saying? So I have learned a lot. I have been a good woman to a lot of men that didn't deserve it. I've also been a girlfriend or a bad woman to some men, you know, that didn't deserve it. You know,
that deserved better. Okay, I like that. I like that.
Respect.
All right. They probably won't. They probably won't like that.
You all right with me, Nick? You all right with me? I don't care what they say about you.
So, off on the tangent. How would y'all tell one of your friends that, hey, that person you're dating, let's just say you met him, hey, that person you're dating, they for the streets? How would you tell your friend that? Or would you tell your friend that? Let's say you met this person your friend was dating, and you know something, you know a lot about that person, but you just now meeting them and knowing, okay, they rocking with my person like that.
You know what?
For me, females, I tell females. Go ahead, Dre.
For me, I've been in that situation. I've been in that situation, and I've been in that situation with. It's funny. I was in that situation with two of my friends, two of my very, very good friends, right? Mm-hmm. So one of my buddies, he was dealing with a young lady, and you know, she was cool or whatnot. I guess she was cool. No, I won't tell that story. I'll tell the story about. I won't tell that story. I won't tell it. I'm gonna leave that one alone because for reasons that I'll tell y'all after the show. I'll leave that one alone. So I have another. I went to school. You know, I went to North Carolina A&T, right? So, you know, I met Aggie Pride, right? So I went, and I met other people from North Carolina or whatnot. You know what I mean? And met some, you know, I'm a city dude. You know, met some country boys, and you know, had a friend that was very was raised up with, you know, both his parents and, you know, family oriented and all that stuff, and that's fine. You know what I mean? Because that's what you strive for. And he ended up telling us and talking to us about this young lady. You know, he met the young lady, you know, straight, you know, pretty. That's what he telling me, pretty, man, I'm crazy about it, this, that, and the third. So fast forward, you know, this was my roommate. No lie. So when the girl walks in, I look, and it's a girl that I went to high school with that's younger than me. Right? So I'm like, meanwhile, I know for a fact that she's dealing with the you know, the trap of the year around my area.
Okay.
I know this. Like to the point where I've seen her, I saw her, you know, walks up in the hotel with this man when he came up to Greensboro. Meanwhile, back at the ranch, she walks up in our house like, you know, like she Marge Simpson or some shit, man. Like the shit was crazy, man. You know what I'm saying? The shit was crazy. So, you know, and I'll be honest, and if I couldn't tell him, I didn't have the heart to tell him, man, like, bruh, she really out here like that, dog. Like she really out here. I didn't have the heart to do it, man. I regret it to this day. He found out the hard way, unfortunately. But I didn't have the heart to do it, man. I didn't want to break his spirit. You know what I'm saying? And but I did tell one of our other roommates, and he was just so cutthroat. He was like, "Yo, man, she's a J.O. dog, like dead." And this nigga was he just did not. He believed that he was, you know, dating Joan of Arc, man. Like for real, bro. Like he did not believe it. And once I saw that, I just sprinkled a little bit on my partner. Of course, you know, rumor mill. You know how that go. Sprinkled a little bit on my partner to see what he's gonna do. He let Cuz know. Cuz did not budge, and that's when I knew. Let me stay out of it.
Got you. So
that motherfucker was for the streets, boy. You hear me?
So do you think it's, I guess, more beneficial to not get in the middle of it, not say nothing?
Sometimes, man. I think looking back on it now, not like at my age now at 35, of course I'm gonna let my main man know now. If it was you, Reg, I'm gonna let you know, like, hey dog, I'm gonna let you know. Back then, I felt like, yo, like, all right, man, like this dude, he don't know what's going on. He might not care. Maybe he just don't care. Cause what I mean, judging by the way he acted and how he was all over the young lady, you know, he didn't have any experience as far as females go. So he, you know, I ain't gonna say it was his first piece, but it might have been his second. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you know, bro, and I know she was letting him tap. I knew she was letting him tap. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, who am I to stop that man from sowing his royal oats?
For females, is different. Like, yeah, I bet. In my own personal experience.
Oh yeah, it's definitely different. Oh,
nothing.
God.
You said you're not gonna say nothing?
No, okay. I'm on my business because females will fall out with you. Another female, they homegirl, they best friend, cousin, whoever, and to still be with that man. And he could be cheating on her. Like, I've even had this personally happen to me. Like, I seen him with such and such. First thing she do, she go back, Nisha says she seen you with, you know, oh girl. No. And then the first thing the dude do was like, you need to stop talking to her. Nisha just jealous of what we got. You know, she's on her business and she a hoe and
Whole time she was
Next
looking at me crazy.
Right. Yep. Your friend's just jealous of you, you know, and next thing you know, your homegirl don't stop talking to you, but she's still with old dude. I see it all the time. All the time. And I think for men, y'all trust y'all homeboy's word. If he tell you, hey, oh girl, ho, that's like baby Jesus said it. But if I tell my girl her man is out here, he for them streets.
So I believe that in a sense. When I was stationed in Miami, I had a coworker that was like that, and the dude she was talking to, me and him used to be roommates, and I didn't even know him and old girl was talking. I just thought they was fucking around or whatever. But he came to me. He was like, "Hey man, what's up with He asked me about this other girl. I'm like, "What you want to know?" "Oh, you put me on with her." I'm like, "All right." I put him on with her. She didn't like really like him like that, but she went out with him after the date or whatever. They didn't click. She told me about it. So old girl approached her, was like, "I heard you went out with my man." And so then she came to me and was like, "How you gonna hook me up with old boy and him and such together?" They talk. I'm like, "I didn't know that shit." She was like, "Yeah, she came to me. She wanted to fight, this, that, and the third." As far as in women saying we're riding with that man more than a friend, I definitely believe that, because I lived that situation to where old girl was like, "No, he didn't do this, he didn't do that, he didn't do this," and I'm thinking to myself like, "Listen, this nigga came to me and was like, 'Hey, what's up with old girl?'" I'm like, but let her tell it. Whatever he told her, she believed it. So it is what it is. But me and her ain't talked since then. And that was probably back in 2008. Wow. We was cool. We was tight since then, but whatever.
Wow.
And they ended up having a kid, get married, and they not even together no more. Like something happened. She caught him doing some shit or whatever. But it is what it is. I mean, whatever. All right, so this thing, so as us, our culture, Black people, Black family, sex is kind of a taboo conversation to talk, right?
Yeah.
We kind of talked about this before we got on. So me growing up, I never had that birds and bees conversation. Like my mom, and I was raised by my mom. Now we're not gonna go into the dad part, but I was raised by my mom, single parent. I don't know if my mom's very religious. So we know how that works with religion and introducing sex, talking about sex and all other stuff. That's kind of the elephant on the wall conversation. Like that sex talk is not going to happen too much. So I didn't have that birds and bees talk growing up. What I did know about sex, learned about sex, came from watching pornos with my older cousins when they were sneaking doing stuff, or Playboy books or whatever else. So, and of course, the streets.
Right.
So did any of y'all receive the birds and bees talk growing up?
I did, man. I did. And it's so funny. We had sex ed in school in the 5th grade, man, in Durham.
In sex ed, yep.
Yeah, they had sex ed. And when my dad realized that we were having this talk, we were having the teachers in school, he set me down. I'll never forget it. And he called it, he said, he definitely told me he wanted to talk to me about the birds and the bees. Gave me great terminology. Yeah, that's what he told me.
Where did that terminology come from, though? That shit is crazy.
I don't know, because birds and bees don't go together. However, he told me, of course, he introduced me to, asked me if I knew what a penis was, asked me if I knew what a vagina was. Put me on the spot, man, had me all, messed up, blushing and shit, embarrassed and shit. And then he gave me the street terminology, obviously, that we still use today. But the funny thing is the way he told me about condoms. This man you know, a Newport box has the plastic around it. The Newport boxes. I can't make this up, y'all. The Newport boxes have plastic around the box. So he asked me if I knew what a condom was, and I said, "No, Daddy, I don't know." He said, "Well, you put it on your penis, man, and it prevents you from diseases and it prevents you from having babies." And he asked me if I ever seen one before, and I said no. At the time, he didn't have anything, so he went to alternatives. So he took this plastic off of his Newport box and he put it on, and he put it on his finger. And he said, he said, make sure you whenever you start having sex, make sure you always have that plastic on your penis. It looks kind of like this. It's gonna cover your penis like this. And dropped it on it. And he's holding this thing. I'll never forget it. He's holding his finger up with this box, with this plastic around his hand. And that's how I was introduced by my daddy to the birds and the bees. Along with other things, I saw other things. He showed me other things, and just I had a crazy childhood, man. So I guess his method was, hell, if he gonna watch it anyway, I might as well show him. So he showed me. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? He showed me, whether it be tapes or video or whatever. He showed me. But I'll never forget the condom and the cigarette wrapper, man. But yeah, we definitely did. Me and my mom never touched that, man. She never did. I guess she just left it up to my daddy, man.
Yeah, my mother never discussed it with me at all. The most she ever told me was, I better not be out here being fast and, kissing boys and having sex.
Don't bring no babies home.
Right. And
my mom teach me how to not bring babies home.
Right. She would always tell me, you better not come up pregnant either, because I'll beat your ass and you ain't gonna have no baby.
She teach you how to not bring babies home, though? I mean, yeah. That's valid. Like, yeah, I mean, I got that talk. Like, my mom.
I was with my mother, so of course, like
better not bring no babies home, but nobody told me how not to bring babies home. I had learned that through the streets and movies and shit.
I just remember getting picked on my senior prom. The dude I went with, he had already graduated, and him and his homeboys had got a hotel room. And so I guess he thought he was gonna get some since it was prom night. I didn't know that that's what everybody do on prom night, was have sex. So
what was going on?
He trying to touch on my little leg and stuff, and I was like, no. And this dude got mad.
I'm about to say that nigga was on fire.
Yeah. He told me I was holding out like I had a golden pussy. Never forget he told me
that. Hey, he had about 200 degrees hot.
He was. And I was like, I didn't know what to do. So I went back, told my homegirl, and I was, kind of upset because, he was mad and left me. And she was like, girl, you gotta do it. And I literally learned what to do from her.
She told you had to do it? Like,
no, like she was telling me like what you do to have sex. Like she was telling me like all you gotta do is just like move your hips.
So she was encouraging you to tell like you should have, like, it's prom night, you should have gave that man.
Yeah, she basically was like, you should have did it. Yeah, she pretty much was like, and I was like,
bitch.
Right.
This is what happens on prom night, duh.
Right. That's pretty much how everybody made me feel that way. Like even my homegirl because we used to do some nasty stuff back in the day, but apparently the deal was they was shared the same room. They was in one bed. We was gonna be in one bed. Yo, I ain't gonna tell no lie. Like,
motherfucking Royal Rumble in that bitch.
That was like, you was supposed to, nah, bro. My mama said she was gonna whoop me. I was scared.
Listen, we probably grew up in the worst peer pressure era of all time, man. Like,
man, bro, I, you know what? Yeah, you're probably right, dog. Because some of the shit that I did, like, I'm gonna be honest with you, man. When I moved from when I was in North Carolina, dog, it was like, sports oriented, man. Like, the shit was like Friday Night Lights type shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, seriously, if you played sports, I played sports. If you did what you did, as long as you played sports, man, I didn't do no fucking schoolwork, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't do no schoolwork. Like, I wasn't very good at math at the time. So my high school coach put my girlfriend, who was a year younger than me, in all of my math classes and set her in front of me. You know what I'm saying? Like that's seriously, like that's what it was. Like I didn't do no work, bro. I don't even remember. I didn't do no work. Like, we used to wrestle and shit in school, like in class. But when I moved to Maryland, and these niggas is talking about all type of stuff. Yeah, man. What they used to say? Yeah, I smacked her. Yeah, I smacked them cheeks. I never heard it before. Yeah, I smacked them cheeks. Yeah, blah, 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 blah. I put it in the butt too. I'm like, for me, I'm like, bro, that's nasty, bro.
Yeah.
Y'all niggas nasty. Y'all niggas nasty, bro. Like, y'all niggas, huh?
Yeah, let me tell you, this is funny because I was telling somebody the other day, I said I'm a firm believer that females and men should have a whole phase, or at least, like, experiment in seriously when you're younger. Because for me, I was inexperienced and I got married young. And because of that, in my marriage, I was, unexperienced in my marriage. Oh. And I married somebody who didn't have a whole lot of experience either.
Hold on.
It wasn't until I got a divorce.
Hold on. I want to save that. We're gonna talk about that next time we have you on. We're gonna talk about this whole phase. We're gonna talk about this whole phase.
Ooh, God.
We're gonna talk about this whole phase. We're gonna save that. Matter of fact, let me put that in these notes.
Ooh, whole phases.
We could definitely have that talk. we could definitely have that talk.
So basically you saying we about to put this unapologetic shit to the test. All right.
We could definitely have that talk. Because we've been on for a good little minute. We close to the end. Okay. We start talking about whole phase, we gonna go a whole nother 30.
Yeah, I agree. Now I see where you're going. So. Yeah. See where you're going, man.
And I'm pretty sure we gonna get a lot of agreements and there's gonna be a lot of disagreements. But I heard an interesting phrase the other day, and this lady was talking about y'all niggas don't have no dick discipline. And when she started talking about it, she was like, so, and I guess it is somewhat similar to whole phase. Like, is it maturity or is it life experiences? What is it that men, when it start hitting you guys, that you stop chasing any and everything around? Like, y'all niggas go through phases to where y'all just fuck anything. Like, when do y'all stop that? When, like, and what makes you stop that? Is it life experiences? Is it age? What is it?
Well, you know what, man? I'll be honest with you, dog. For me, when I realized, like I mean, and not bragging enough, but I ain't never had no problem in the woman department. You understand what I'm saying? Uh-huh. Never had no problem in that. But I think once I really, really like bagged that baddie, I mean that baddie, like that one that, like, can I say that? No, I can't say that. That's not true because I had baddies in high school. I can't say that. But I think growing, like when I realized that, hey, like, man, you can't have that. You can't have that on your, you can't have that notch on your belt, man. You know, and my dad, you know, he told me that too. He said, man, guess what? You're gonna eat hot dogs. You're gonna eat steak. Which one you gonna eat? He said, we all eat hot. He said, we normal men now. He said, you always, he said, all men love steak. Now you don't know no man don't love no steak. Sometimes you gotta eat hot dogs, right?
Can't have steak every night, right?
Yeah.
Can't have steak every meal. Yeah, gotcha.
But when I realized, like, all right, well, it made sense. So I rolled with that for a minute, like, oh well, I could slay this a little, yeah, whatever. I can, you know what I mean? It ain't nothing. I can have a little fun. But then I started thinking about myself. I probably was about 20, 27, 28. And it got to a point where I'm like, yo, bro, like, I got a nice little lineup, man. Like I'm hitting some, I'm eating some prime steak, man. You know what I'm saying? So
you eating different kind of steak every night.
Yeah,
Tonight
yeah,
it might
like
be a filet mignon.
Yeah,
it
like
might be
I'm
a T-bone the next night. I got you.
Yeah, like I'm cool. Like, 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 nah.
A tenderloin the next night.
You feel me? Like different cuts, bro. And I'm like, nah. Nah.
So do you feel as though that it's, let me see, how can I say this? Like, I feel that maybe if a man settles for something that, or a woman that they're not necessarily 100% happy with, or that's not that baddie, as you can say, does it matter?
No, so
influence you to maybe step out and have T-bone steak somewhere else?
Nah, so
that's a difference between a Texas Roadhouse steak and one, from, your big steak restaurants.
Well, no, you got to understand too. Yeah, no, I get what you're saying. So let me intervene. I'll say that when as a man, like, you realize when we start realizing that you can't, that you don't necessarily need to just smash every woman around. Like, understand, we all go through that phase, and like I said, we're not going to talk about it. Not going to go in too deep, but I think it just comes to a point where it's really you're gonna go through that phase until you get your numbers up. You get your numbers up. You know what I'm saying? You get your numbers up. All right, I've arrived. You know what I'm saying? I'm here. I'm the motherfucking man out here in these streets, nigga.
Scrimmage is over.
You feel me? Scrimmage is over, motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Let's get up under these lights. So let's get in the octagon and let's see. Let's get it going. You know what I'm saying? And that's what happened. That's what happened for me as well. Like, I just started realizing, like, all right, bro, like, it's to the point now where, like, I'm not like the pit bull with the little red thing hanging out. Like, I don't just got to poke everything. You know what I'm saying? And it comes with, to answer the question, now that it comes with age, and it comes with experience, and it comes with age, experience, and self-confidence.
So I got something for you. Throw you a curveball real quick.
Okay.
Is that also the age to where you started turning it down if it was presented or thrown at you? Because, okay, this woman may have not been your type. She may have been the, oh, she got a fat ass, I'm just gonna hit it because she got a fat ass. Okay, so now you're at that age, but she's throwing it at you. Are you turning it down? Is there a difference in that too?
Yo, listen, man. So yeah. So I got to the point where I got to two different points. I got to the point where it was like, all right, yo, I don't got to pursue this joint. Mm-hmm. I don't got to pursue this woman. But I also, in that, I also got to a point where it was like, again, I'm a hell of a nigga. So, like, if it's just not to my liking, again, I wasn't trying to fuck everything.
Mm-hmm. But you hit those at the same time, did you?
No, I didn't hit him I didn't hit him at the same time. I guess once I got as many notches up under my belt as I did, it just started, you know what I'm saying? Uh-huh. Like, I went through it, bro. And I'm trying not to go there because we're going to talk about it some other time. But, I had to go through that thing, man, and realize it. Then after a while, as a man, Reggie, you're a man as well. Mm-hmm. Like, for me, I had to realize, I'm like, yo, all right, well, I'm sexing all these women, right? Am I sexing them because I'm a hell of a nigga? Am I sexing them because I know what to do in the bed? Am I sexing them because I got nice clothes? Like, you know what I'm saying? So once I started realizing, like, all right, well, for the little thotties and shit, or the motherfuckers that's on me, you know, I started playing around and started to see what I could get away with or what I couldn't get away with. And once I started realizing I can get away with stuff, I'm like, all right, oh, they fucking with me because they know what they know where good played at. You know what I'm saying? and that's what and that's when I started, and that made me go into, okay, now it's like, all right, now I know that the women that I'm dealing with, you know, when I was younger, like they know, I know that I can satisfy them. Now let me pick and choose who I want to satisfy.
Okay. Now they know where the good plate is. So what if it's always a baddie that's offering it or throwing it at you?
I'm sorry?
What if it's always like that top notch, something that you're looking at that's always offering it and throwing it? Is that same that same willingness to turn it down? Like, I don't need it. That's
definitely tougher. It's definitely a head. Listen, it's definitely a head scratcher. But I've done that too. I've done that plenty of times, man. You know what I'm saying? So and I know you have too. So it's a head scratcher for sure. Because they say we got two brains. I don't know if I agree with it. I won't confirm nor deny. But but that's what the streets say. But I will say that it's a head scratcher and it's tough. It's tough. It's tough.
I agree with you. I think it comes at a point in time, because at the younger age, it's just, I don't know. Is it like sex is a sport? At the younger age, you just doing
Absolutely.
it. Because I mean, so me thinking now as a grown man, like, we didn't know what the fuck we was doing,
bro. All I knew was that thing was smooth. It was warm.
Right.
And if I move enough, I'm gonna get this sensation that I ain't got before. And I'm chasing that sensation. I need that sensation again and again and again.
And so at that younger age, it was all about, oh man, we fucked for 2-3 hours. I got scars and scratches on my back. Like, nobody wants that shit these days. Like,
I made her go crazy.
Right.
No,
who wants to lay down? Who wants to lay down and have sex for an hour, 2 hours straight? Oh, we went about 5 or 6. We went about 5 or 6 rounds. Like, nobody. Like, look at these scars on my back. Like, I don't want scars on my back right now.
Don't keep on screaming. Don't keep on screaming in my ear.
Yeah, no. Hey, listen. I like interaction and noise, but you ain't listen. We
calm down.
Yeah, we ain't got to yell. We ain't. You know what I'm saying? We ain't at a concert. You know what I'm saying? But I guess
we at a concert.
At that younger age, it's more of a, you know, like you said, scratching the belt. It's more of a sport. But then, you know, once you, I guess, start getting to that age to where you like,
bro, and on top of that,
or I don't want to be seen with that or whatever.
She, you know, Nisha's not a dude, but you know, talking from a man, you know, when it comes that when you're in that time in your life, also too with these numbers, you're trying to come up on your numbers, but you're also trying to figure out whether you know it or not. You figuring out, you don't realize it at the time, but over time you do. You're trying to figure out your go-tos, you know,
finding yourself.
Yeah, you're finding yourself. You're trying to figure out your go-to.
Find out what you like. Yeah.
Yeah, you're trying to
figure you can sleep with one person and you think that's the, and then you have sex with another person. You be like, hey, well, I kind of like that. You know, this person do that. Then you sleep with another person, and then you be like, I thought I met heaven until I met this person. So you grow. Yeah. Like, she do that.
Put it in your bag. Put it in your bag. Okay, not a problem. Not a problem.
Right. I mean, that's even for females. This is like, you know, it was a time when I dated like dudes that I thought was the bomb in the bedroom, but they didn't, you know, perform all sex. Got with somebody else, and I was like, man, this dude head game was like, I was looking for him in the daytime with a flashlight, you know. So,
So what was that thing?
I like that. I ain't never heard that.
Man.
Yeah, no, that's real. That's real.
Hello? You said you was gonna call me back. So yeah, I done been there, done that. Let me ask you a question. Do men settle? Do men settle?
Settle?
When I'm saying that, yeah. So for women, sometimes women will settle with a man that may not meet their list
sexually
for that, or either financially or mentally.
Overall.
Because
okay. Huh? Okay.
Overall.
No. You say overall? I'm just trying to figure out where we are.
So
okay.
Do men settle? Yeah.
Go ahead, Reg.
Do men settle?
Reg, you want it, or I can take it first? It's up to you.
I want to say yeah, because it's hard. I want to say yeah. I want to say yeah, and the reason why I say that is because I have friends, but beauty is in the eye of the beholder.
Mm-hmm.
So, but I have friends that like I've known for a while, and just knowing them for the years and years I've known them, like I only fuck the baddest bitch. I only do this. I only do that. Blah 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 blah. And then he gets married, and I'm like, so to me, I'm like, well, I know your track record. I know what I've seen you with a couple times. I don't know, like
that nigga married the lunch lady, cuz.
Yeah, but she may have been the one that, like, I guess made him feel different than anybody else did. So to me, it may have looked like he settled, but to him, he probably didn't. But I'm like,
you know what I think? I think people settle, and I think, but when it comes down to settling, I think it comes with maturity. Is it settling? Because you have to ask yourself, is it settling, or is it coming to the realization that there's no such thing as perfect?
Or compromising.
Compromise, yeah, for sure, compromising. Because at the end of the day, guess what? Most men, I'm not saying all, but most men, you know what? The ideal woman. Well, I'll speak on me. You know what I'm saying? This is unapologetic, man. Fuck all that. So for me, growing up and becoming a man and all that, you know what I'm thinking I want? I want the girl with the big rack, with the big old ass, that's a dog ass freak. She do what the porn stars do. You know what I'm saying? She with it and ready every day, any time of the day. She's motherfucking better than Gordon Ramsay in the motherfucking kitchen. Nigga, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? She dressed, she looked like Beyonce. She dressed, you know what I'm saying? She dressed like one of the motherfucking models off in Paris on Fashion Week. You know what I'm saying? She know how to roll a blunt. You know, she can cook up the dope, all that. You know what I'm saying? You know, young boy stuff. You know what I mean? But you have to. So at the end of the day, I also understood that you have to take the good with the bad. Again, like Reggie said, compromising. You have to look at what's important, what you need in your life. You know what I'm saying? Granted, just. You know, I'm not saying that the pretty women are dodo birds, and I'm not saying that the not so pretty girls are Albert Einstein. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is there has to be some type of compromise, and you have to weigh out your options. You have to look at what it is that you want in a person and what's most important. And whomever that person is that you're interested in, or whoever you find, if your traits or what you see in that person, said person, man or woman, whatever it is, you have to take a good look and say, all right, this is important to me. And if this is if that's what's important to you, and that person has that, and you can deal with them not having not so many other traits, or not as well as the traits that you want, or what you thought you wanted in a person, then you got to roll with it. Mm-hmm. So yes, people settle. We all settle. I don't give a fuck who it is. We all settle.
I got you.
Ain't no such thing as a perfect man or woman. So we all settle.
Mm-hmm. So, and I think it goes into our likes, because they change the more we age too. We start liking
True.
different things, or some of that shit that you liked before. Like right now, you don't care about anybody that can roll up for you or can do this or do that. Like a lot of this, like dumb as fuck to you now. Like, like why I need a girl that can do that, and I don't even like that shit no more.
Right. Guess what? Once upon a time, if a girl, if I saw if I saw a prissy, feminine, or what we call, in the South, a debutante, and she had goals in her mouth, I already drink a motherfucking bath water. You know what I'm saying? At one time, you know what I'm saying? At one time, but
right.
now, but now it's like, girl, take that stupid shit out of your mouth. You're embarrassing her. You know what I'm saying? As a woman, you know what I'm saying? But to each his own. People, it's men out there like that. That's your taste. Right. But I'm just agreeing with you, Reg. You're right. But I used to like then. I don't like now. Now I'm looking at looking at the woman that can hold her own, can fly any weather. Man, amongst men, amongst women, that can fly any weather. That's articulate. That can make sure that home is taken care of. That can make sure that the business is taken care of. That can make sure that that's real life nurturer, but a businesswoman as well. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm into. That's what I like. Handle your motherfucking business, because I'm gonna handle mine. So
I would like to see you all discuss this on another show, and we don't have time today. But is credit like an important thing? We married.
You know what? So I have a long list of shit, and that is
add that one to you.
I mean, it's up there. Now I'm saying it's up there, but yeah, we'll get into that another day, because we've been on for a while, which I don't have a problem with, because it's been a while since I have been actually podcasting. I really do miss this, and I'm not taking that break no more.
Nah, so lit, bro. We full throttle. Like I said earlier, we full throttle, man.
Absolutely.
Win, lose, or draw.
But before we go, actually, this question, because me and her was talking during our little break or whatever. Dre, how do you feel like when, like, a young boy call you OG? Or has that happened? Like just talking like, I got you, OG. You know, what's up, OG? Like, it's looking like, nigga, I ain't that old. Like, what you talking?
It's you know what? It all depends on what the setting is, bro. Because if like now, I got young boys. I got young boys that might hit me up, or I might see, or they might, they come to me for advice, for women advice, or come to me with, just life advice, period. And they look at me as like OG, because they know, one, I'm older than them, and two, that some of them know that I've been through some things. So I take pride in it, because guess what? I got OGs too. You understand what I'm saying? I got people that I'm gonna talk to straight drop, and I'm gonna holler at them. You know what I'm saying? However, this is where I don't like it. I don't like, man, when it comes down to sports, I fucking hate it. Man, this year, bro. Young boy was on the court, bro. And you like shoe, like we in the shoe game and shit, so we gonna always have some flavor on, you know what I'm saying? Had some flavor on or whatever. But no matter of fact, I had some old school flavor. Like I think I was balling in like some 8s or something like that, right? Some 8s, some Bugs Bunnies, right? And I heard you say, yeah, I'm gonna take Unc. Hey.
Yeah, nigga, who the fuck you talking about? Pops.
I'm thinking in my mind, nigga, I take your girlfriend and your mama, nigga. That's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm thinking. I had to understand that I was amongst 18 and 19-year-olds. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So,
oh man, hey, I got
yeah, bro.
Oh man.
Like, what?
So Nisha, is there any phrases like that, like for women, like a young woman, like what would she call you? It's nothing like that, right?
Auntie.
Yeah.
Oh, she might call you auntie? Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, auntie. I know.
Yep.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. No.
You call auntie before?
It's the ma'am. The ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
I do that shit all the time.
Right.
I do it too.
So let me tell you.
But they be like, that's when women get on your nerves. I'm like, some of them do, but I do that shit all the time.
Yeah, like I ain't telling a lie. Like I was telling you, I had this little young boy. I was getting his little vital signs and stuff. And I was, asking him questions, and he was like, "Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Stop calling me ma'am."
Whole time you looking at him like a snack. He talking about yes,
purring.
Right.
She's purring. She's purring. And he calling her ma'am.
Right. I said, "You can stop with the ma'am." He was like, "I'm sorry." He apologized too. He was like, "I'm sorry."
He was making you feel
guilty. As soon as I asked him another question, he right. Yes, ma'am.
Listen, he was making you feel guilty, huh, for what you was thinking of calling you ma'am.
I'm over here bending over.
Yeah, that's what it was. Feeling guilty.
Right. He talking about yes, ma'am.
That's funny.
All right, y'all. I enjoyed y'all time. Enjoyed being on. Nisha, thank you for joining us.
Thank you so much, Nisha, man. We really appreciate
it. Being on. I really, really enjoyed talking to you guys. And I hope you invite me again another time.
We'll be back on.
You'll be back for sure.
Yeah, we need to finish up our conversation, Dre.
Yeah. We can do that.
All right.
You got any parting? You got anything you want to say before you go, Nisha?
Wear y'all damn masks. Be safe. Wash your hands. That's it. Don't drink too much. Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Ooh.
Mm-hmm. All right. Well, I won't second that notion, but
yeah, I won't second that one. But I will drink responsibly.
Right. It's the last part. It's the last part of 2020, man. Yes. Thank the big homie for everything that he's done for us and done, keeping me straight. And as always, man, shout out to North Carolina, man. Shout out to Durham. Shout out to Charlotte. Shout out to Concord, man. Shout out to my folks back home. Shout out to the listeners, man. We appreciate y'all.
Mm-hmm.
It will not happen again. The hiatus will not happen again. Rest assured.
Yes.
I appreciate y'all. I enjoyed y'all this year. I enjoyed listening to y'all. Y'all listen to y'all on my way to work, on my way coming home.
Thank you. But to close out, thank you to everybody that's listening. Like we always say, like, share, subscribe, do all that good stuff. Word of mouth. We appreciate the comments and everything. Everybody be safe out there. Let's bring in the new year right. We ended this one on a good note. Hopefully, I'm pretty sure it's gonna be much of the same next year. But I mean, for what it's worth, let's make next year a good year. We can't just speak into existence a bad year and go on with 21 like we did 20. But
up, man. Let's pump up the volume.
We back, man. We gonna keep it going. Like Dre said, sorry for the hiatus. We had a little scheduling conflicts, some other things going on, but we working things out. We still unapologetic, we're unfiltered, and we out.
Thanks for listening to Unapologetic, the podcast. Don't forget to share, like, and subscribe.